Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Harakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great most honorable well. And Shalom to all the brothers doing the work, sharing the truth. Yeah, just a quick one. Kind of funny because I saw this I think it was mentioned last year as well about how essentially in the States, the U.S. Army enlistment was way below the normal levels it's meant to be at, which is funny as hell because it really lets you know that when when this conflict comes down, and you can see it's been roused hella in between Russia in the Middle East as well with Iran. That whole situation, the Iran situation, never cooled off. Like there's been no peace made. It's essentially just it's been there in the cut. Same with Russia, same with China, and it's it just needs that first match, that first bit of spark to make it all go up, man. It's a dry bunch of logs, trees, kindling and whatnot, ready to go up at any point. But let me read it. It says it says struggling to get recruits, U.S. Army raises enlistment bonus. It says maximum payout for new troops is getting raised to $50,000 in hopes the extra cash will help get critical jobs filled. And it's funny as well because you have a lot of the support system things they've basically had in the background, like throughout the pandemic, going away soon as well, man. The rents basically being not even delayed, just basically like rent protections going in the bin, and as well, what's the other thing I was thinking of, man? Because there's rent protection. Oh well, inflation's a big one because they've been pumping a bunch of free money in, and people are loving it. As far as for like in the stock markets and whatnot, people that have been playing with their money, there's been a lot of people doing really well. But now it's like the cost of everything's going up. Less people want to work as well. Less jobs have roles filled. So they're having to charge more, and prices have gone up. I think they said it's gone up 8% based on last year. So you have people that they ain't got a job. yeah, they ain't got a job. And U.S. Army is gonna be offering money, and they're thinking, oh, just go in there. They ain't really expecting much to happen, but hey, they're gonna get caught out there, man. Shares gonna be hot. Says in hopes that extra cash will get critical jobs filled, the U.S. Army has reportedly increased its largest enlistment bonus by 25% as it tries to overcome pandemic-related disruptions and entice recruits amid fierce competition to fill key positions. The maximum bonus has been raised to $50,000 from $40,000, the Associated Press reported on Wednesday, citing the head of Army Recruiting Command. Only skilled recruits who commit for 6 years in certain high-demand fields will qualify for the top payout. It's a 6-year bid. But hey, you're gonna have people jumping on it, man. Once prices start going up and whatnot, a lot of people just look at it like it's a job. It's like joining the police now. There's hella people that will just join the police because they're just like, okay, stable paycheck, good benefits. That they might just be thinking they're just doing a desk job or they're just on the beat for whatever. They ain't really having to fuck with too much. They don't realize they're gonna be here on the front lines for when shit gets on top. But it's for them. They don't see it like that. It says Major General Kevin Viren, told the news agency that C-19 lockdowns have interrupted recruiting efforts at schools and other public venues. Meanwhile, the Army faces tough competition from other employers for the most prized new hires. It's kind of funny because, yeah, that means they really wouldn't have had, they wouldn't really have had the ability to just go out and go to these schools and whatnot. It's kind of pretty fucking funny. So it says, but it kind of shows that is funny as hell. Cause like, yeah, the army is just like, cause as far as it's like, if especially if people ain't joining, then fuck it, like they're just gonna have to, the draft's gonna have to be done as soon as there's any sign of trouble. Okay. So we're still living with the implications of 2020 and the onset of C. When the school systems basically shut down, Viren said, we lost a full class of young men and women that we didn't have contact with face to face. Viren didn't specify the jobs for which skilled recruits can get the maximum bonus. Positions in niches such as special forces and missile defense can often come with large bonuses, the AP said. But target slots for the highest payouts may change from month to month as the Army's hiring needs fluctuate. Some men said missile defense and special forces. You know, things will be needed. When there's a conflict, man, or in the lead up, man. Need them special forces. That's funny as hell. So it says, we're in a competitive market, Viren said. How we incentivize is absolutely essential, and that is absolutely something that we know is important to trying to get somebody to join the military. Yeah. So they know they need to get man they need to get man on it. Funny as hell. Cause yeah, it's I remember as well when I was in school, even here in the UK, you would have like school and college. College had like all year round there would be like an army in like the common room thing. When you enter, there'll just be the army there just on the side ready. And it's like I remember I was like, I ain't joining no fucking army for what? Remember they were trying to do like the territorial army, which is like National Guard equivalent as well. And it was like there was one or two people I knew. It was mostly Edomites jumping on that shit, man. It weren't really like none of Jake were looking to jump on it. But America's a different kind of vibe, man. America's different. America's different. Americans some next shit, man. The way people kind of get down with shit over there. But okay. So it says Army's recruitment bonuses totaled $233 million in the fiscal year that ended on September 30, down from the record total of more than $485 million in 2018. When the largest man of frying that much money, that is actually nuts. But then their fucking funding is like 500 billion or some shit. And I think as lot. Well, okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna say as well. It says in the last paragraph. So it says, blah blah blah. Okay, so Vereen said this year's recruiting goal will be about the same as 2021's target of 57,500. The military C-19 max mandate could also be a factor in new hires. Yeah, that's the other thing as well. You got a lot of industry. It's not just the military, but I believe they said for nurses. I think they said for hospitals. They said people might as well just come. They're just saying certain states, I guess, must just be saying like, yo, come in sick, because there's that much of a shortage. And that shit is hilarious. Man said come in sick, you know. Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose of like what you're meant to be doing down there? But yeah, that's yeah, it really shows like how on top this shit's all getting. But yeah, more than 10,000 troops still haven't gotten their first YAB as of last month, and the US Army Secretary Christine Wormuth warned that those who continue to refuse face the threat of being fired. Yeah, and the thing is that's really gonna go down to the wire, because like they said, they're trying to recruit 57,000 people. If they ain't even able to recruit that, then like are they really gonna be able to just like drop kick 10,000 men out? Especially with how it's looking with Russia. Shit's looking like it's gonna get messy, man. But that's, well, yeah, you know, the draft's coming, man. If the way shit's looking, they said like they ain't been able to fucking find shit. But proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Oh, so like Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Be your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say I am strong. But it says what? Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let the men of war draw near. Yeah, all the men of war are gonna have to be roused up, man. Everyone's gonna get roused up. Them numbers are gonna be needed. Why? Because hey, this is about the Hamagad one, man. The mountain of the troops. Well, that means there's gonna have to be innumerable amounts. Letting up, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Yeah, that valley of Jehoshaphat, the valley of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's judgment, man. That's where all of them are basically being brought in. What for that judgment, man? All these heathen are going to be piled in together. They're going to be crammed in together, so that judgment can come to pass. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is near in the valley of decision. Yeah, so that's why it's like this recruitment. It's basically them numbers are going to be needed, and that means what? Draft, and that's what it's going to go to. But yeah, leave it there. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shah, Shalom.